Hey everybody, we're back. It is, I don't know what day it is. I think it's Thursday, and we are coming at you live from the Collins Hope Studios, the Be Live, Facebook, wherever we are, studios, with water safety. Today, we'll be planting the seeds of safety with our special guest, who is our board chair and an amazing water safety warrior and educator, Susan Tyson. And we'll bring her on in a second, but just a quick reminder again of why we're here, as you all are still at home, not in schools. Parents and caregivers are still working from home, and the temperatures just keep getting hotter. I think we're going to be up in the high 90s this weekend. We know that our increased risk of drowning, we're seeing an increased risk of drowning, and sadly, we are actually seeing those drownings happen around the state. And so at Collins Hope, it's our responsibility and our duty to continue to bring water safety to both parents and caregivers and kids so that we can educate around water safety. If we can do this together, we really can create a culture that has better water safety behaviors. And so we've been doing that, it feels like, for a very long time now. I think we're approaching 40 days of doing this and trying to bring you content that it's fun and exciting, but also different, and things that we're seeing on the front lines and responding to those. And it's interesting because I'm looking out my window right now, which is a big glass window, and my neighbors have a little kiddie pool that they have now put out in their yard, and so their kids can play in it. So the access to water in my house, in my yard, just actually went up, and they have 3 small boys. So I will be going out later to make sure that the water is dumped out of that, and because that's one of the things that we can do. So, you know, again, as we said, you know, we're seeing drownings occurring across the state. We're up to having lost 17 Texas children to fatal preventable drownings so far this year. And when you do this work every day, you hate to see one, and you certainly hate to see multiple. And over this last week, we've had, I think, 5 in the last week or more, at least in the last few days. And so in all kinds of water, I mean, we've seen backyard pools, we've seen apartment pools now, and apartment pools are supposed to be closed. And so we've seen 2 of those this week. And we've seen bathtubs, we've seen ponds, we've seen a bucket and a septic tank. So all kinds of water. And certainly we know that those younger children under the age of 5 are at the highest risk of drowning, certainly in pools and hot tubs. And when we get into the open water, which we haven't seen yet this year, thankfully, and we're going to hold the vision that we won't see that the open water often for older kids. So that's why we're here, and it's important for us to make sure that we start every broadcast reminding you of why we're coming at you live. And again, that these broadcasts are all archived at the Collins Hope website. And so Collins Hope, we'll put the link in the comment section, but it's under the resources tab under virtual family activities. If you're tuning in for the first time, or if you've only seen 3 of them, go in. There's so much content there. And if you're looking for more stuff to do with your families, go watch some of the broadcasts and watch them together, because you can educate your entire family around water safety. And ultimately, when we get back to normal and we get back into the world and recreating around water or cooling off because it's so hot, then we will all be safer for that. So that's my message at the beginning. We'll come back at the end, but right now I'm going to turn it over to Susan Tyson, and she is going to take it away, and I will be serving as her helper in whatever ways that she needs, but she's always fun to have on. So thanks, Susan, again for coming back. We so know that you bring so many years of educating experience and water safety experience. So take it away.
Well, thank you. And so sad to hear about number 17. And maybe we can plant together a few seeds of safety with the kids today. I've been out gardening. Have you all been out gardening a little bit?
I have.
And it's been so beautiful. The rains have been very plentiful, so the gardens are just starting to really bust. Mm-hmm. And I was planting a few pots today when we came on, putting some seeds in. But, you know, in my early years, I grew up on a farm in Kansas. And when you're around farmers all your life, you pick up on little sayings like, oh, there was a clear moon, frost soon. And that just, in the fall, that meant that, hey, frost is coming. You know, make sure you've got the crops you want in the ground and the crops you don't want out of the ground. And another saying, clouds of towers, there will be showers. We actually use that in lifeguarding, because when we prayed those clouds of towers, because that meant we were going to close that pool early that day. So clouds of towers, watch for showers. Rainbow in the morning. Rainbow in the morning. What?
Well, no, tell that one, and then I have one too I just thought of.
Okay, good.
Tell yours.
Seeds that we get in our minds, and it helps us remember things that are safe or things we need to do. And we, how about this one? Rainbow in the morning gives you fair warning.
Oh, okay. So mine kind of goes like with that. So it's pink sky at night, sailor's delight. Pink sky in the morning, sailors take warn. I don't know if that's true or not, but I remember that.
You know what? After some years of being at the beach in the summertime, it's true. I've walked the sky when I go out for a walk, and if the sky is a red color, a real dark pink or red color, warning, sailor take warning. Red sky at night, sailor delight. So those beautiful sunsets. Yeah, so, you know, we have these little sayings in our lives that help us remember things that are important in life. And, you know, when I teach water safety, I love rhyming, and I love taking things that I'm trying to teach the kids and put them into rhyme. So I'm going to share a few of those with you today. All right. And these are like little seeds of water safety. Like, here's my first one. Whatever you do, grown-up eyes on you. So whatever you do, whenever you're around water, can you see my poster? Whatever you do, grown-up eyes. So what do you think that means?
I think Jessica's giving a hint there, maybe.
Yep, the eye. Yep. So whenever
grown-ups should be watching you. Yep. In our language, that's grown-ups should be watching you, right?
Yeah. We use that when we teach Colin's hope lessons.
Yep.
You've got to have a grown-up with you around water, and that's just to protect you. And there you go.
Yeah, we call that, this is our water guardian badge, and we call that the water guardian. So we tell, oh, there you go. Jessica's got another one. So that for us is the water guardian. Ask for a water guardian.
And you know, these little sayings we use all the time in life. In fact, here in Texas, we hear turn around, don't drown.
Yep.
What does that mean? That means don't drive through. Mom and Dad, don't drive through that. You know, we could drown because swift water in these creeks that fill up after storms, we don't want to be in that. So all kinds of good sayings. Okay, here's another one. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. At a lake or pond.
Oh. At a lake or pond,
put your vest on. Put your life vest on. Okay.
Yep.
Right there. And you see I have some posters on my picture of kids that have done posters for us before.
Oh, yeah.
Always. And they're not doing necessarily sayings, but, and you know our friend Dana from LV Project, they love to hear her message about life vests.
Here's Connor. Yep.
There's Connor. Always wear a life vest. So, yep, lake or pond, put that life vest on. That's a great one to read.
That's a good one.
And you know, I would love to see if some of our watchers today could do a poster for that one.
I think we could come up with some amazing ones that people that are watching that we haven't even thought of.
I know.
Right?
Okay, here we go. Here's another one of mine, my favorites. Use safety sense and don't climb a pool fence. Yep. Use safety sense. Don't climb a pool fence. Why would we not?
And that's one. Yeah.
Why?
Well, Because if you climb a fence and you fall into the pool, there might not be an adult or anyone there to help you. And that just happened here this week with a 5-year-old. So that's one where we absolutely don't climb a fence.
Fences are there to keep us safe. And remember, in our last lesson that we did on science safety, we said that the fence had to be 4
feet high,
and it was best if it was 6 feet high. 6 feet high. And we don't want any gaps in that fence. We don't want to be able to climb over it. We don't want any toys around it so that we can climb over it.
And we did another broadcast that you can find in the virtual family activities. We did it all on barriers, and we actually built barriers and fences out of things around our house. So that's one that people can go back and watch and then build your own barrier. So go look in the gallery, which is posted, and find that one. It was on barriers. I know I was building a fence out of like pool noodles from our friends, the H2Os. That's what I built mine. And then Alexander and Jessica and Tony built theirs out of things around their house. So that's a fun one to go rewatch.
Yeah, we need to have barriers around swimming pools, and that's for everybody's protection, everyone's. Now, there are some little seeds that I remember and that I know you both remember that we hear when we're teaching, or we say when we're teaching. Here's one of my favorites. Here it comes. Swimming. The only sport that can save your life. Right?
Yep.
When I'm teaching swimming lessons, I make sure I tell kids this. And I also remind the parents that learning how to swim isn't just 2 weeks out of the summer. Learning how to swim is going to the pool often and practicing.
Yep.
You do not learn how to swim by reading a book. You do not learn how to swim by taking 8 swimming lessons. Learn how to swim and be a better swimmer when you get in the pool and you practice your swimming skills. So swimming is, gotta learn to swim, and it is the only sport that can save your life.
Yep, and we did I think the lesson on Tuesday was about learning to swim, and we were practicing on dry land. I was practicing in a living room. I made myself a swim lane out of blue tablecloth. So that's another fun one too. So this is great. Everybody, you have a whole weekend of things to go back and watch.
Yep. And boy, wouldn't that be a fun sign for us to see somebody make? Swimming is the only sport that I would love to see one.
That's a good one.
Okay, this is one that I've heard a lot when I'm around beach lifeguards. And I hear it with parents around kids at the beach. Let's see if I can get this in there. Stay on the sand till the guard's in the stand.
I love that one. I love that one.
Yeah. Yep. Stay on the sand. Don't go into the ocean until the guard is there. And that goes for lakes too. Because some lakes at some state parks, they will have lifeguards.
And if you're at a place where there isn't a lifeguard, we like people to go to lifeguarded beaches. But if we can't, then make sure that there's a water guardian. Your water guardian that we talked about before is there.
That this kid made.
I love that.
Yeah. Never fear, a lifeguard is here.
I love that.
That's a pretty good saying. That's a seed, isn't it?
Yeah. It is a seed.
Plant that in your mind. Okay, here's my last one I'm going to share with you today. And this one I actually found in a brochure, a travel brochure from Kauai.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be fun to be there today?
Let's go there.
I know. But when you open it up, look what it says.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
When in doubt, don't go out.
Yep.
When in doubt, don't go out. And here's my poster for that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, when in doubt, don't go out. And I have a couple posters there from the kids. Let's see if I can get that in. I would love
good.
I would love to show some posters of kids watching today and their little seeds of safety. I think that would be so cool.
Oh, totally. I think we can get some good ones. And I want to say something about this one, the when in doubt, don't go out. So at some beaches in our open water thing here, there's a flag. I can't point to, I still cannot do this. There's a flag. And on some beaches, you get to the beach and there's flags that are put up based on what color the flag is, tells you how rough the water is. Or I learned this in Florida last year, that so there's red, yellow, and green, and then there was a purple flag for dangerous marine life. I had no idea that was even a flag that existed. But so if you look for the flags, that can help tell you if it's what the surf is like.
And and I know that maybe in the future we're going to have Peter Davis from Galveston Beach Patrol. He has come to visit some of our classes here in Whipperville at the 5th grade level. And he has such great information for kids about watching the flags, rip currents and how to get out of them, be afraid in them, and how to watch for them before you even go out into the water. So he is so helpful. And he talks about the flags. Different beaches have different colors of flags. But if you just walk up to the lifeguard, and I always tell kids this, when you go to the beach, go to the lifeguard.
Make a friend.
Yes. And ask them, is there anything out there that I should be looking for today? Animals, currents, anything like that. And then to also just make sure that lifeguard is there before you go out into the water.
Yeah, such a good one. And then, I was going to say, when we are trying to get Chief of the Beach Patrol in Galveston, Peter Davis, on, and we're also trying to get our friend Melanie Brinley on, either her or her daughter. They have a book called The Royals Go to the Beach, and it's really great about beach safety. So that may be a future bedtime story that we do. We're hoping the week before Memorial Day weekend to get them both in that week. So that'll be great. Something to look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, I just got to show you, I just planted some seeds.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and look what popped up. I'm just green.
That's like the magic beans or something.
It's fascinating. I was raised by good farmers, huh? So, yeah, I hope we get some kids that will come up with some safety sayings for us, some safety seeds of their own. Using some of the information that we've taught them over the last, 5 or 6 weeks?
7. This is the 7th week, I think. I think we're in week 7. And so if you guys are out there watching and you make a poster or make a thing, post the picture here on our Facebook page, and maybe we'll give some prizes. We'll send some things out if people send us posters, because we love to know that you're watching, and we love to know what you learned too. Another thing too is you can have your caregivers and your parents take our water safety quiz, can take it with them and help them learn something. And then your poster, you can teach your family whatever it is that you come up with on your poster, right?
And your friends.
And your friends, yes.
And that's part of my challenge today. Kids, we need you. You are a big voice in this world for water safety, and we need you to go out and talk to your friends about how to be safer around water and how to be wiser around water. So go out, and we challenge you to go out and talk to maybe 2 friends. If you tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends, we've got a lot of friends. It's a lot of friends learning water safety. And please talk to about what you learned today with your parents. You've got you're with your caregivers,
your grandparents.
Teach them about water safety. You are a big voice in the water safety world, and we're counting on you. So go out and teach. So
yes, and so thank you, Susan. That was so fun, and I learned some things. I haven't heard some of those sayings. So everybody out there, submit your ideas and your posters. And what do we have? I want to tell you what we have coming up the rest of the week. So today's Thursday. So tomorrow, Friday. Friday. I'm like, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow we have 2 challenges. So tomorrow starts National Water Safety Month, which is May. So we are going to have our friend Swim Kim back on tomorrow from Face and Water, and she's going to come on and we're going to issue a Face and Water challenge. So we're going to challenge people to put their faces in the water, dump water on their heads, get comfortable with water in your face, because that's one of the first things that you need to be comfortable with before you learn to swim, is to have your face in water. So we're going to have Kim on and do a Face and Water challenge. And then Colin's Hope is doing, in the month of May, this is brand new, we are going to do the best water safety walk ever. We are going to challenge everyone, because we know so many people are out walking for their physical health and their mental health. And so we decided, and this was actually an idea that Colin's dad came up with, and so we're putting it into action, is that how many miles can you walk in the month of May for water safety? And so we're going to challenge you. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, and we're going to challenge you to walk miles. And if you can raise pledges, that would be really great too. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow and roll that out and kick that off as May 1st, which is the first day of National Water Safety Month. So that's a big day tomorrow. And then Saturday, we're going to partner up with the Texas Parks and Wildlife. They're doing a camp in, encouraging people to camp out in their homes. So we're going to do that with a little water safety twist. I know Jessica and Alexander are going to set up their camping. We'll see what happens over here at my house, and we're going to tie it to water safety, because we know that when you camp, sometimes there's water near where your camping is. So we're going to talk about how important it is to know where the water is around you before you camp. So we've got some great stuff coming. Sunday will just be, I think we'll do a weekend update, and tell you what's happening for the week coming up. And then we are just so glad we're seeing some friends. I see some friends that are commenting in the comments, and Annette and Rhonda. Thank you guys for watching. Please share these. Again, we have an entire library now of virtual activities that we've been doing these broadcasts for 42 days, 41, I don't know, a very long time. But now there's so much information out there. So share it, go watch it with your kids, watch it with your grandkids. There's lots of time on our hands now, so put it to good use. So again, thanks, Susan, for being with us. We love having you on, and your passion is just overflowing, and it fires us up. And at Colin's Hope, we will keep doing this work, because we are committed to bringing this information to people, because we cannot keep seeing these drownings happening. They're fast, they're silent, they're preventable, but we've all got to get our arms around this together. So with that, we're going to say have the best day ever, and we're going to sign off, and we will see you tomorrow for the Face and Water Challenge, and to tell you about the best water safety walk ever.
Bye, everybody.